Hello, Space Marines. Alright, so today we're going to be talking about the event War Amongst the Stars. So the first thing you're going to want to do is open up the missions tab, and you want to read all the missions, and you want to do things that are going to count towards your missions, because that's how you're going to get the chests and how you're going to get the rewards. So you're going to read your missions and kind of see how you want to play. A lot of it is, move a certain amount of spaces, which are called hexes. Some are do damage, some are kill like 150 enemies. So the best place to do it to start off is probably opening up the Onslaught game mode. Here there's going to be a lot of enemies. The higher you go up, the more enemies there are. So I think for one of the higher rounds, it's 22 enemies per round. So if there's, 6 rounds, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, there's about 130 enemies or so. So it's going to be perfect to reach that kill count as fast as possible. And I'm trying to move a lot of hexes. So you're going to see me, maybe not go for the kill right away. I'm probably going to try to achieve these mission objectives as much as possible all in one run. Because in this game you get tokens or you get energy, so you have to be really, you have to really understand, you don't want to just speed through it. You really got to try to go for the objective. So here I'm going to be moving around and sometimes not even doing damage. So, you can leave one enemy alive and kind of just move around the map as much as you need to try to get those 150 hexes in one match. That's kind of the way to go about that one. You can just get it naturally, but you can get it naturally by playing and you'll get it eventually. But the faster you get a mission done, the faster you can move on to the next one. Because unfortunately, it's not like the battle pass where if you do a mission, it'll start doing the mission behind it in the background without you even knowing what it is. This one, you have to finish the mission, confirm the rewards, and then it'll give you a new mission. So you don't want to just keep going into, game modes over and over and over, because if you do 2 of your missions, anything that you do after that won't count until you claim those rewards. All right, and the good thing about Onslaught is that once you get a victory, you can claim a prize. You always want to choose a character of the highest rarity, and then you also want to choose a character that you can't do campaign battles to get their shards. So you want to go for exclusives. So the ones on the top 3 are my exclusives, and then you want to go for the one that would give you, see, there you go, mythic and legendary imperial badges, and then 1 mythic shard. So you want to go for the one that's going to give you the best payout, or whichever character you're trying to promote. All right, so we're going to go to the tab, and we just finished the mission, so we're going to see. All right, so our event points 90, and that's for doing 3,500 damage, and it loaded up the new quest. So I still have to do the hexes, so I didn't finish it all in one. Don't forget to pick up your war orders each day. Every day you get 5 for free. So if there's 2 weeks, you can get quite a few for free anyway. So then here is kind of a big thing. You want to go for again, character shards for characters that you can't get through the campaign. So that's Marshal Dreer for me. And, once you spend the points, the war orders, it'll fill up that bar and it'll give you a chest with some more payouts. So here I'm just going to keep filling up my Marshal Dreer because that's the character that I need that I want to upgrade, and I can't get him through the campaign. So this event is kind of perfect for farming the characters that I need and that are higher rarity. All right, and I'm going to show you why it's important to do that in this event. It's because of stuff like this. Boom, promote Marshal Dreer. All right, he is now ascended. Mythic, huge damage, and all of this is possible by doing the rewards in the events and waiting for the character shards that you cannot get in the campaign. I really emphasize that. Do not get campaign units from this event. You can if they're on your main team and you really want to do it and you don't want to waste energy farming the campaign each day. I do get it, but it's a really good opportunity to get those rare shards that you need. All right, so the next thing we're going to be talking about is Training Rush. So for Training Rush, the absolute monster of a way to get XP is by playing elite campaigns. those are going to be located in your campaign section, and it'll say elite next to it, next to the main campaign. So if you have the elite campaign, it'll pay you out 5 training points per mission. So you're going to look for a mission that you need character shards for or equipment. The one I chose is going to be Battle 40 because I want to get that character, and it also has a lot of enemies. So we're going to see how much we need. We have about 800 and we need 1,500 training points to get the next reward. And right now we have 168 energy. So if we do the math, it should be about 60 training points. Okay, so we got 60 training points right there. And then we also got a character shard, and it was during the elite campaign. So we got the maximum amount of rewards. So we're going to keep using our raid tokens, and we're going to use our raid tokens to keep raiding that until we run out of energy. You don't have to do that if you're not trying to go for the training points. If you're trying to go for the missions for the event, which is probably a better choice than the training missions. Yeah, you want to use your energy for the event that's going on and trying to fulfill those quests first. But I do enjoy the rewards from the training event. So every now and then, if I don't have time to play, I'll just do these raids quick just to put some points towards the training and get some free shards for the character I want. So yeah, that's going to be the elite campaign. So, and make sure that you choose an elite campaign mission with a lot of enemies so you get the training points. And you also want to choose one that it's going to give you character shards, or if you're trying to go for a piece of equipment, then, you know, choose one with equipment. All right, so we got that one to the next tier. If you get to the final tier, I forgot to mention, it keeps going. So every time, you know, you were to unlock another tier after that, it'll just keep giving you that ending reward over and over and over. All right, so we're going to go over training points and how much you can earn during arena. So even when you play arena, you do get training points for each time that you, kill an enemy. So here, the XP that you get in arena is based off of who takes the most damage and who does the most damage. So if you have a low level character and they're not getting a lot of damage and they're not going to get a lot of XP, they will get a good amount of XP, but usually you want to do it for your higher level characters that aren't maxed out on their XP level. So right now, the one that is probably going to get the most XP for doing the more work is the Horseman. 1,400 XP for the Horseman. That is huge if you don't want to keep using your grimoires or your XP books. You can, grind some XP that way in arena. The next way I'm going to show you is, I think it's going to be Salvage Run. All right, so another one you're going to get training points is obviously Onslaught. Make sure that you want to choose a character that you want the rewards for. And to do the ability damage in some of these quests, it's kind of hard to do if the enemy doesn't have a lot of health. So the one to do a lot of ability damage is going to be your guild boss raids, and then also arena. Another one you can get some easy training points is doing the salvage runs, and you also need to do one salvage run a day to complete your mission quest that you get every day. And the reason why it's important is that if you complete that quest, you get the rewards that are in the chest, sure, but the one that's kind of important during an event is getting that 30 free energy. And getting 30 free energy will help you speed up getting the quest done for the event, and it'll also give you some more training event points if you decide to just use it to raid and get some training points in. And especially since in the events, when you hit the last reward, you can keep getting the last reward over and over and over. So it's a good way to kind of farm, that last reward. Sometimes it's ability badges, sometimes it's legendary badges, and sometimes it's some XP books. And that's kind of the case with this event. They're XP books. It's not the best, but it's better than, having it and not needing it than needing it, not having it. All right. Well, thank you for watching the video. I hope you guys have a great day. See you in the next one.